Hey YouTube, it's me Ronnie, and in this video I'm going to show you how I install lock sprinkles to my nearly 1-year-old locks. So I only searched videos while I was sitting down about to install my lock sprinkles, and I found out there weren't too many videos on how to install them, and all the videos I saw, they had different techniques, so it was a bit confusing at first. The first section took me a little while to find my groove, but once I did, I was able to knock it out. I think it took me about 6 hours total to install the lock sprinkles, and that's because I did it over the course of 3 days. I didn't just do it in one sitting. I did it in 4 sections. Put my hair in 4 different ponytails. I did this back section the first night. I did this half of my head the second night, and then I completed this third section the last night / day. I left a couple of them undone so that I can do it on camera for you guys. But yeah, this is how my locks look. I love the sprinkles. They're nice and subtle. They're not too much. I didn't want anything that would just be bam in your face because I do work in an office setting and I am the only black girl in the office, so I didn't want to come into work like too crazy. So yeah, this is what it's looking like. I love it so much. I'm so happy I did it. I don't know if I've been talking about it on YouTube, but I have been talking about it on Instagram, how I wanted to install lock sprinkles since I first saw them, and I finally did it, so I'm super excited. After this video, I will be doing my 1-year locked update, going over how I feel about locks and all of that stuff. But I know you're here for lock sprinkles, so before we get started, let me show you the products that I used, the products that you'll need in order to complete this look. First and foremost, you're gonna need your actual sprinkles. These are some beads that I got from Michael's. They're technically just glass beads. I think people use these for waist beads and arts and crafts and everything like that. But they are Toho premium Japanese beads. They are 3.7 millimeters or 6/0, whatever that means. These were only $3.19 from Michael's. I was gonna buy some actual like lock sprinkles from a couple of lock girls that I saw, but they were charging nearly $40, and I was like, yeah, no, I can find them for you cheaper. So these were $3 versus their $40. The next thing that you're gonna need is some thread. I just have simple black thread. Nothing special about it. It was cheap. I think it was maybe like $2 for the thread. I almost picked up some gold thread because I wasn't sure if I should get thread that matched my locks or matched the sprinkles, but luckily I went black, so some thread is what you'll need as well. Of course, you're going to need your needle. I used this needle DMC, the number is 24. I also purchased a size 26, but these seem to work for me. It comes in a pack with 6 of them, and I only used 1 of them throughout the entire process. And lastly, you are going to need some scissors. I have kitchen shears, don't judge me. I have a regular pair of scissors somewhere, but I didn't feel like looking for them. So grab some kitchen shears, and this is what I use. All right, so enough of the talking. I'm gonna go straight into showing you all how I achieved this look. It is a voiceover, so hopefully you guys will be able to learn with the voiceover. So the first step to installing your lock sprinkles is to put the thread through the needle. It's a lot easier to do off camera. But once you get it through, make sure you pull it all the way, and you want to get a good amount of yarn before you cut it. So here I cut enough for me to tie a knot with. So this is around the amount of thread that you want to have cut. And then I placed the needle through the end of my lock, as close to the end as I possibly could. And what I'm doing here is grabbing one side of the thread and pulling the other side of the thread through the lock. So now I'm going to put the bead through the thread. As you can see right here, I have the bead on the thread, and I'm going to grab that other piece of the thread that's on the opposite side, and I'm going to pull the bead all the way to the top of my hair and then tie a knot to secure it. So as you can see right here, I tied a knot to get the lock, or to get the bead to stay, and I'm going to tie about 3 to 4 knots just so that I can keep it in place. And so right here, I'm cutting off the excess thread. I'm getting as close to that knot as I can without actually cutting the knot. And that's how I install the lock sprinkles. So once again, I thread the needle, making sure to cut a long enough piece of thread that I can grip it and tie a knot with. I'm going to take my lock and insert the needle on the tip of my lock, as close to the tip as I can possibly get. And then I'm going to grip one side of the thread and pull the needle through so I can get that other side all the way through the lock. Right here I had to switch because it was tugging on the wrong thread. But yeah, just pull it all the way through. And then next you're going to grab your bead and insert the bead through the thread, as you can see right here. And then once you do that, you're just going to pull it all the way back to where it's close to the lock, and then grab that other piece of thread so that you can tie a knot. Hopefully this is making sense for you guys. I'm going to show you a couple more times, but yeah, that's how I installed the lock sprinkles. I tied about 4 to 5 knots just to keep it in place. This is what I found to be the easiest thing to do when installing the lock sprinkles. So that was how I installed the lock sprinkles. I hope that it was helpful for you guys. It seemed like it was super easy to me. Once I found the groove, it was ridiculously easy. So hopefully it is the same case for you all, but I will see you on my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hey YouTube, it's me, Ronnie, and in this video I'm going to show you all how I achieved this look of lock sprinkles.